Hello everyone, it is TooAwesome here with another video. So today's video is going to be about the new Battle Royale that has been praised and loved by many and is partially to blame for me not always making my weekly uploads, but is supposedly considered dead by all Fortnite fans. Today we are going to do an Apex Legends review. This game is one of the most polished free-to-play games I have ever played, and on top of that, it is fun and has a high skill gap, unlike its competition, mainly Fortnite, which with every update tries to lower the skill gap even further, which is one of the reasons I have left the game. On top of that, of it changing and rewriting the whole game every week with its new updates, it also has just a lot of tryhards that basically make you get into insane build fights every time you come into contact with them, and Epic has tried to combat this, but they just end up at square one again and try to completely change their game every single week. But that's enough about Fortnite, let's talk about Apex Legends. Like I said before, this game is polished. It also has many different mechanics and systems in this game that are either really useful or just fun to use, like the ping system. I probably won't say anything that hasn't been said before, but I can't stress enough how useful the system is. It works so well that you can completely communicate and understand what is happening even if your squad doesn't have a mic. And even if your squad does have a mic, it is still very useful to use the ping system, even if it is just for pinging armor or ammo. Next up is the sliding mechanic, and for a game all about movement and positioning, this is an amazing inclusion. And not only is it useful in battle and for movement, but it's just fun as hell. Also, climbing is in this game, and it's pretty useful. It's a good tool to use when you want to get on top of a building, or if you want to use your surroundings to your advantage. That, along with the many abilities that the Legends themselves have, comes together in a wonderful culmination and exciting experience. To put it simply, this game is fun. And that is the reason why this game is succeeding. Not the ping system and not the sliding, but because it is plain fun. The developers put a lot of time and effort into thinking out and applying these systems, and it shows. The map is pretty good and has a lot of viable spots for loot and enough of a difference in the scenery that keeps you entertained and you can distinguish the different areas from each other. Also, I really do love being able to be brought back to the game even though the enemy team has finished me. I think that is a really cool inclusion to the Battle Royale genre, and I think other Battle Royales should add something similar to the player beacon, because it is a big step up from waiting 15 minutes for the rest of your squad to die. Although I do have a lot of praise for this game, I do have one complaint, and that is the issue of third partying. For some reason, this game has a really big issue when it comes to third partying. I might have to sum it up to how far the gunshots, how far the sound of the gunshots travel in this game. If you played, you can probably agree with me, but the gunshot sound travels way too far. But other than that, I really don't have any complaints. This game finds the middle ground between the wacky and childish Fortnite to the more real and gritty PUBG, and that's a big appeal for many people, including myself. I was getting bored with Fortnite, and its community was obnoxious, young, cringy, and that gave any of us that have stuck around a bad name. And to be honest, I was waiting for a new game that I could play so I can just leave Fortnite altogether. It was getting stale, boring, and they tried to close the skill gap, which Apex delivered on, and they said, hey, we're going to give you a big skill gap. If you're good at the video games, you're going to do good in this game. And I'm just really happy that Apex did that. Gameplay gets a 9.7 out of 10. The graphics are surprisingly good for this game. For a free-to-play game, the graphics are really good. They try to take the realism aspect head-on, and they did it successfully. Some games try to use graphics as a selling point, but instead Apex Legends use them more as a complementary aspect rather than just shoving them in your face and telling you how good the graphics are and completely abandoning everything else. Overall, the graphics are really good. I was pleasantly surprised. 9.3 out of 10. This game doesn't have any DLC, but it does allow microtransactions for skins and legends. I do like how EA is charging for cosmetics instead of making you pay for DLC, and I don't really have an issue with some of the legends being locked because they are obtainable if you just play the game, and you also get a sufficient amount of legends at the beginning. Now, their battle pass is nothing to be jealous about. To be honest, it actually really sucks. All the skins are kind of meh, and it doesn't really give you much of a reward for completing it. Personally, nothing really stands out in it. Going back to the legends, all the new ones they added seem pretty cool, especially Octane, and I am glad that they keep giving us more even though I am going to have to grind to unlock them. 8 out of 10, I'm not really interested in buying anything, but that is a good thing. This game does not have a single player mode unless you count the practice course, but I do enjoy having background information about all the legends, so I guess that is cool. Single player, campaign, and story getting inconclusive. Overall, Apex Legends is a really fun game that hits that sweet middle ground between Fortnite and PUBG and adds many new features to the Battle Royale genre. Definitely download this game if you can, it is free and you'll have a fun time. Apex Legends gets a solid 9 out of 10. Thank you all for watching and sticking around until the end, it means a lot. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave any comments down below. But, as always, stay awesome. TooAwesome. Thanks for watching.